So welcome again to the lecture series on data structures. Today we will see doubly linked list. Till now we have seen singly linked list. Now see, whenever you are studying any data structure, you have to compare that. Why we are using singly linked list? We have to compare that with arrays. We have done that. Arrays has fixed size, this list has variable size. Insertion and deletion in arrays is hard part because we have to move the elements. But in linked list you can add or you can delete a node easily. So many comparisons we have seen between arrays and singly linked list. Now when we are seeing doubly linked list, in doubly linked list, how it is better than singly linked list, that we should know. So before comparison, we should say in singly linked list we have seen in insertion and deletion case, always predecessor node's address is required. Always. If you have predecessor node's address, then you can insert. Except some, there is insertion at beginning, there is no need of predecessor address. So insertion and deletion, most of the time predecessor node's address is required, and whenever predecessor node's address is required, then that particular operation will always be big of n. That we have seen. Now how this doubly linked list will be better than singly linked list, what happens in that we will see today. Now what is doubly linked list? In singly linked list we have seen a linked list in which every node contains one pointer field, that is called as singly linked list. The similar way doubly linked list also can be defined a linked list in which every node contains now two pointers, two pointer fields. One points to its successor and other points to its predecessor. So my node structure in doubly linked list will be like this. So if you know pointer adjustment, then singly linked list, doubly linked list, everything will be very easy. So this whatever successor pointer field points to its successor and this points to its predecessor. So two pointer fields, I'll say this as successor, this as predecessor, and this is data or info field. So this will be the node structure of a typical doubly linked list. Now info one field we are taking, any number of data fields also you can take. But what is need in doubly linked list? We should have two pointer fields, two pointers pointing to the similar kind of node, that is self-referential structure. So how to define a DLL node, declare a DLL node, that we will see. This is just recap of whatever we have seen in singly linked list. This give this structure. Now info field, in place of info field you can get any, if you want to store student information, student's roll number, name, age, marks, everything you can include. Along with that you have to have two pointers. So according to the need, what should be the node structure, you have to first decide. So I am declaring here a simple node structure where only one information field will be there, and that is of type integer. So info. Now these two fields, this field points to its successor node, similar type, means self-referential structure will be there. So I'll say predecessor one pointer, successor one pointer, that is pointing to similar type of node. Struct this DLL node star, and then this identifier I give as predecessor, and this field is again self-referential. Struct DLL node star successor. So this will be the simplest declaration. Now if you have understood everything about singly linked list, it's too easy to understand doubly linked list also. I'll just recap whatever important points we have seen in singly linked list. I'll take it for doubly linked list. Now you might have seen in singly linked list or doubly linked list, what we have done is we have created a pointer. Suppose I am giving a pointer. Now what is pointer? It is PTR is pointer to DLL node structure. Now this pointer is not a node. It is only pointer pointing to a node. Means what PTR can store? PTR can store only address of one node of this type. It is not a node. It is a pointer pointing to a node. It contains only address of node. It will not contain such fields now. This PTR won't contain these fields. This is pointing to one node. So if I say this is doubly linked list node, and if I say PTR is pointing to this node, these fields are different. This pointer, whatever we have declared, this is different. By means of node's address, as we have seen in singly linked list, keep in mind, you can access the fields of this structure only when you have a pointer. When you have pointer to this node, then you can access all these fields. How to access? If I know address of this node is in PTR, then for accessing this predecessor node, we have to write PTR's pred field, or you can access info field also, PTR's info field, and you can access successor field also this way. When you can access any field of a node, when you know address of that particular node. So these things we have seen. So this is a general declaration, whatever we have seen now, and how to access that. Now just pictorially I'll represent one doubly linked list so that there will be clarity in understanding what doubly linked list is. Suppose I have some 3 nodes in doubly linked list. Now how this pictorially you can understand this doubly linked list. Some information fields I'll give. Any information field you can give. See, successor points to its successor. Now this node's successor field is this, where it points to next node. So this field contains address of this node. This field contains address of successor node. Now what this field, I am saying this doubly linked list contains 3 nodes only. So what this field contains now? Do it have another node, successor node? No. So this we will show pictorially as null, right? Now we'll set predecessor. As 3 nodes are there, there is no predecessor for this. So this field will be null, right? Now which is node's predecessor node for this node? This pointer points to its predecessor. This field points to its predecessor. This field, it points to its predecessor. Now unlike singly linked list, where you have maintained first node's address, or in textbooks if you see head node, or head is a pointer that will be used mostly. So that first or head pointer points to first node. Now here, as there you can traverse from left to right or right to left also. So I have to maintain these 2 pointers. I'll say leftmost node as left and rightmost node's address as in right. Now what is importance of this? As it is a doubly linked list, either you can traverse from left to right or right to left also following this successor or predecessor pointers. So that is one big advantage of doubly linked list here, where in singly linked list you can traverse in only one direction, that is from left to right if you have created. But here in doubly linked list you can traverse either from left to right or right to left. We'll compare these two, singly and doubly linked list, later. Just to say what doubly linked list pictorially, this way it will be represented, right? Now what advantage we get of doubly linked list over singly linked list, or in case what are the differences? In singly linked list we have seen each node contains only one pointer, right? Then in doubly linked list there will be 2 pointers in each node, that is called as doubly linked list. Now we can say in singly linked list we can traverse in only one direction, but in doubly linked list we can traverse either from left to right or right to left also. Then in case of singly linked list, we say for insertion or deletion, predecessor node's address is compulsory. Now unless and until you have predecessor node's address, except some cases, then you have to traverse the list, and that operation will become big of n always. But in this case, in doubly linked list, there is no such requirement, because predecessor node's address will be there in every node. Whatever node, this node has predecessor node's address, this node has predecessor node's address, successor node's address as well as predecessor node's address. So you can do all operations in big of one only, or insertion and deletion if say. For printing or counting number of nodes, anyway you have to traverse the list, so that will be big of n. But in case of insertion, insertion before the given node, insertion after the given node, insertion at leftmost node, insertion at rightmost node, insertion in somewhere middle, every operations will be in big of one only. And for deletion also, in singly linked list you cannot delete given node. Means if node is given and said to delete that directly, you cannot delete, you have to get predecessor node's address. But here in doubly linked list you can delete the given node also. So whenever there will be difference, I'll tell you how it differs. Now we should understand, before going to all operations whatever we have to do on doubly linked list, first of all we'll see conditions. What will be the different initial conditions and all. So whenever linked list, this doubly linked list is empty. Now can you tell me where left and right will point? Now as there is no node, left and right will have null value. So whenever left as well as right, if this contains null value, if it contains null value, what does it mean? That is, there is no node, because there is no leftmost, there is no rightmost, means there is no node. So this is the condition for empty doubly linked list. When left or right, I am saying or also here, because what will be one node condition? Well, if suppose your doubly linked list has only one node, there is no successor, there is no predecessor. Which is leftmost node? This node is leftmost node. Which is rightmost node? The same node is rightmost node also. So when this node won't be there, then right as well as left will be null. This when empty list, left, right both will be null. So for checking condition of empty list, either you can check whether left is equal to null or right is equal to null. Both conditions will satisfy this empty list, doubly linked list condition. When only one node is present, what is condition? That is when left is equal to right. Here when one node, you can say left is equal to right, because both are pointing to the same node, means only one node is present in that. So this is condition for only one node present. This is condition for empty list. These things we require whenever we implement. In case of deletions, we require this only one node, and if you are deleting that, you have to change this left and right to null. So we'll see all these things. So these things we should know. Now simple operations we'll see first, so that the how to write the operations on doubly linked list, that will be clear. Now I am assuming here that left and right are global variables, again like in singly linked list. I have declared left and right. What should be type of left and right? Left is struct DLL node star. This is struct DLL node type, pointer field. This is also pointer field that we might have declared. Now suppose I want to print this list from left to right and right to left. We'll write that. As I am only saying print left to right, it should not return me anything. So what this function will be void function, there won't be any return type. I'll say print DLL, I'll say left to right. Now as I am taking left and right as global variables, that will be left and right both will be accessible to this print DLL. So this also won't take any parameters. Now first thing what you have to check is whether list is empty. If list is empty, you cannot print, this function cannot print. So either you can check this left, if it is equal to null, or right anything, if anything is equal to null. Now this is condition for empty list. Only one also you can check here, because we are setting correct pointers. So only one also you can check. For explanation purpose I am giving this, or also you can use, that is you can say printf empty list, because this is empty list and you cannot print that elements from them. Else means if it is not empty, again same thing, we have to traverse this from left to right. Concept is same. Again you have to take temporary variable, because you should not change left or you should not change right, you have to maintain that. So take temp, which is pointing to leftmost node initially. So what temp is given left address. So what happens, temp will be pointing to leftmost node. Now then again we are repeating, if temp is not null, this is not null, now print this, then move temp. Here temp will be there, so this is not null, print this, move, this is not null, print this. When you move again, then it should stop there. So when it should stop, when temp is not equal to null, you should print and move. So same whatever way we have done in singly linked list, when temp is not equal to null, then what has to be done? That is printf, I'll give 5d, that is in 5 spaces you print that integer, and then here temps, if info is identifier, then info you are printing. After, if temp is not null, info field is printed, and then it should move to next node. So temp should have this node's address. Where is this node's address? In this field. What is this field? Temp's successor. So temp is given temp's successor. Now this will print the entire list, when temp, see temp not null, printed, moved. This will be printed, moved. Now this will be printed, then temp successor. Temp successor, what is temp successor? Contains null. This temp will become null. When it comes here, temp not null, now it is null, it will come out of this loop. Means entire linked list has been printed from left to right. That's it. This function is over. If you want to print this from right to left, what changes you will make? That is, I'm changing function name as right to left. Again, everything will be same, only some difference. Instead of left now, you are starting temp from right hand side, because you are printing first this node, then this node, then this node. So instead of left, what you have to give here? You have to change it to right. Temp will point here. If temp is not null, print that temps info, 30 will be printed. Now temp should point to this node. Where is this node's address? In this field. What is this field? Temps predecessor field. That's it. Here you have to write predecessor. Now this will print from right to left. So if you know how to access a node, how to move a pointer in linked list, then every operation will be easier. Now I can convert this for counting number of nodes also. How to count number of nodes in this DLL? Suppose I want to write count nodes as a function and it returns one integer value, suppose. So what? See, in earlier you have to declare temp as struct node. So here struct node star DLL node star temp you have given. Now for count, keeping count, I'll keep one count variable count, and that I'll initialize to 0. Now if empty linked list, what will happen? This is returning. So instead of here printing empty list, what I'll do, if empty linked list, I'll say here return count. I'll say return count. What will happen? What is count initially? 0. That will be returned. Or else, now same thing, from left to right, suppose I am traversing, I'll give this left. Temp is not null. Instead of printf, just I have to write count plus plus. And as I am traversing from left to right, here you have to write successor. You can do from counting from right to left also, there is no problem. So how this will run? See, whenever this count nodes is called, then count will be initialized to 0. If linked list is empty, from here it will say return count with 0 will be returned. If linked list is not empty, it will traverse, it will count. Count will be incremented, first node. It will count plus plus, count will be 1. Move, count will be 2. Move, count will be 3. Move, this will be null. It will come out. Here, whenever at last also you can write, instead of here you have to write return count. That's it. This is counting number of nodes in doubly linked list. See, it's very simple. This logic of traversing is used most of the time. Whenever there is a requirement of traversing, temp is taken, temp is moved. That's it. So this is all about the simple whatever functions that are needed, traversing, that we have seen. Now I'll show you how pointers will be adjusted for insertions and deletions. Now suppose linked list is doubly linked list is given and you want to insert as leftmost node. Today I'll show you only pointer adjustments. In next videos I may give you entire function, how to write functions to insert as a leftmost, as a rightmost, or after the given node, before the given node, and all cases. So just we'll see insertion. Okay. Insertion as leftmost node. Means what? You are inserting one new node as a leftmost. So as in singly linked list we have seen, the procedures will be same. We have to create one node by malloc or by calloc, any memory allocation function. You have to give block of memory that is required for a node, that will be created. See, this is new node is block of memory is given, and we are saying this is pointed by new. I'll see pointer adjustments. Now keep in mind, in singly linked list we have seen in any insertion case, 2 pointers you need to adjust. In case of deletion operation in singly linked list, 1 pointer is needed to be adjusted. Now double this for doubly linked list. How many pointers we have to adjust for insertion? In singly linked list 2 pointers, in doubly linked list we have to adjust 4 pointers. And for deletion, in singly linked list 1 pointer is adjusted, in doubly linked list deletion we have to adjust 2 pointers. Keep this in mind always. Now, and we have seen in singly linked list insertions that whenever you are adjusting pointers, first adjust the pointer fields of new node first. Now this is new node. How many pointer fields are there? This one and this one, successor and predecessor. First adjust that. So first we will adjust new's predecessor. Now when you are inserting this as a leftmost node, what will be this node's address? This field contains, because it will not have any predecessor, so this should be null. So this is given null value, right? Then we will set this field. How to access this field? New's successor field, where it should point to its successor. After insertion as leftmost, which will be its successor? This node. What is this node's address? In left. So left is given to this. So this is pointing to this node now. 2 pointers we have adjusted. Now another 2 pointers we have to adjust. What are those pointers? This field you have to adjust. This field. How to access this field? This node is pointed by left. So this field can be accessed by left's predecessor field. Now if you are drawing this pictorial view correctly, you can access this field through this pointer also. How to write that? New's successors. New's successor gives you this node's address, its predecessor. But that will be somewhat complex. That way also you can access. So this field you are setting, this should point to its predecessor. After insertion of this node will be predecessor of this node. So what value? This should point to this node. This node's address is in new. So new is given to this node. So it won't contain null now, it will be pointing to this node now. Now after insertion, which pointer is left to be adjusted? Now left points always to leftmost. As we are inserting as a leftmost node, so left should point to this node now. So left has to be changed. Left is given. This should point to this node. This node's address is in new. So new. That's it. These 4 pointers. This left won't point here. This will be pointing here now. So before this you can set information field and all. Only I am showing you pointer adjustment, how to adjust the pointers, right? So this way you can adjust. Now as a rightmost node, if you want to write, instead of leftmost, now I want to insert as a rightmost node. Rightmost node, what will be your pointer fields? Similar thinking will be required. New node is created by dynamic memory allocation functions, either malloc or calloc. This is pointed by new. Now pointer adjustments we want to do, always set link fields of new node first. So new's predecessor, just you should, in rough work you should do this, new's successor. What should be new's predecessor? This field. This field should point to this node now, because this will be predecessor for this after insertion, right? So this field should contain this node's address. This node's address is in right, so right is given. That's it. This is pointing now to this node. First set link fields of new node first. New successor. New successor. After insertion, whether it will have any successor? No. So it will be given null. So null is given to that field, right? Then which fields? 2 pointers we have adjusted for new node. Now remaining 2, this you want to access, because this should point, its successor after insertion will be this node. How to access this? This node's address. Now how many ways are there to access this? Either with right is pointing to this node and new's predecessor also is pointing. Either this pointer field you can use or right you can use. Keep in mind. So writes this field, successor field you are setting. Where should it point? To its successor. Successor is this node. So new is given, and right after insertion of this node, rightmost node will be this new node. So right has to be changed. Right will be given new value. That's it. This right will now point to this. So this way 4 pointers you can adjust for as a rightmost node. If suppose, if insertion after given node X is to be done. Suppose this X is given. X means the node's address is given to you. Now after the given node, we want to do in singly linked list, after the given node, if you are inserting, its complexity will be big of 1. Constant amount of time is required. Here for every whatever operations we are seeing, it is big of 1 only. Now after the given node X, if I want to insert, how to do that? Again same concept is same. New node is created. This is new. Now what you should adjust first? New's predecessor field, then new's successor field. This we should adjust first. New successor should point to its successor. Now after insertion of this node, after this, which will be successor node for this new node? This node will be successor. Where is this node's address? This node's address is in this field. How to access this field? X's successor field. So X's successor field you are giving. That's it. So X's successor is given means this is pointing here. Now this field we will set, it should point to its predecessor. Now after insertion of this node's predecessor will be this node, given node. So this field should point to this node's address is in the X. So X is given. That's it. 2 pointers we have adjusted now. This will be pictorial scenario after adjusting 2 pointers. Now which fields we have to set now? Suppose I want to set this field. because this predecessor, new predecessor for this node, new predecessor will be this node, right? How to access this field? See, for accessing this field, suppose this is not a rightmost node, linked list contains many nodes. We don't know this node's address. Where is this node's address? Here at present it is here, as well as this node's address is here, right? Now I'll use this. Now what is this node's address? Here. So this node's address becomes X's successor. This node's address is X's successor. This field you want to access. What is this field? Predecessor. X's successor, its predecessor you are accessing. X's successor and its predecessor. This node's address is in X's successor, this node's address. Why we require this node's address? Because we are accessing this field. So for accessing this field, you should know this node's address. This node's address is X successor because it is here. Either you can use new successor also here, no problem, because this node's address is in new successor after setting this way. So I am accessing this. Now this field should point to its predecessor. Predecessor will be this new node. So new is given to this. So what will happen? This pointer won't be there. It will point to this node now. Now which pointer last we have to set? This successor, X's successor you have to set. X successor, where should it point? It should point to its successor after insertion. So this should point to this now. So what is this node's address? Is in new. So new is given to this field. That's it. This way you can adjust 4 pointers whenever you are inserting after the given node. Similar way before the given node also, the same way you can adjust the pointers. I'll wipe out, so this is clumsy. So for clarity's sake, I'll redraw this. Suppose there are many nodes here. I have been given X, and before given node, how to adjust pointers before given node X. Before this I want to set. So this list may contain many nodes here in this case. Now this node is given and I want to adjust pointers. Before this node I want to insert. So concept is same. New node is created. This is new node. Now what? Always adjust news fields, news predecessor, news successor, whichever you are adjusting, that should be left hand side of assignment. So news predecessor, before this you are inserting, so news predecessor should point to the previous predecessor of X. This will be predecessor after insertion. Where is this node's address? This node's address is in X's predecessor field. So X's predecessor field is given to this news predecessor. So what is happening? This is pointing now here. Now X's successor should point to this node. This node's address is in X. So X is given to this node. So this is pointing to this node now. Now 2 pointers we have to adjust. Which pointers? This pointer you have to adjust and this pointer you have to adjust. We'll set this field first. How to access this field? For this accessing this field, you should know this node's address. Where is this node's address? In X's predecessor. In X's predecessor, we have this node's address. Its successor field. This node's successor field we are accessing. So X's predecessor is node's address and its successor field you are adjusting. This field. This field should point to this node. So new is given. So this pointer won't be there. This will point now to here. Now I have to set this field. How to access this field? This node's address we have X. X is predecessor field. X is predecessor field you are accessing. It should point to this node. So this will be link. So new is given. That's it. This way 4 pointers you can adjust anywhere, wherever you are inserting, as a leftmost, as a rightmost. Now whenever you are going to write any functions for these insertion cases, always check whenever you are inserting and linked list is empty, suppose. So what, that node itself will be one node. So you have to adjust pointers accordingly. If suppose linked list has more than one node, suppose one or more than one nodes, all this whatever we have seen, if it is linked list is empty, what to do? If linked list is not empty, this whatever pointer adjustment we have seen, that will do. Suppose whatever cases we have seen till now, that is we are assuming this pointer adjustment whatever we have done, we were thinking that linked list contains at least one node and all these pointer adjustment will work for that. Suppose linked list is empty, how to adjust? Now just I'll try to show you code. If left is equal to null, what does it mean? There is no node present and you are inserting. That may be the case in leftmost, rightmost, or after X, before X, or anywhere. If left is null, that means empty linked list, and whatever created node you have created, suppose before this new node with malloc, and you want to set pointers. Now when linked list is empty, left and right both will be null. This will be null. But when you are inserting, one new node has been created, and always see when you are inserting in an empty linked list, this will be a node, so it will not have any successor, it will not have any predecessor. So suppose this is new. Now what you have to do, first set link fields of new node first. So news predecessor, news successor, where it will point? It will not point because this is only one node that will be there after insertion. So this should be null, this should be null. So I can write news predecessor is given, news successor is given null value. That's it. So what will happen? This new node, this 2 pointers will be set. Now this way also you can write assignment. This is assignment operator. It has a right to left associativity. So first this operation will be done, null will be given to this, and then this operation will be done, that null will be given to this also. So news pointer fields we have set. Now what? This node will be left node, this node will be right node also. So left and right you have to adjust. Left is given, right is given what? New. Means left will point to this node after insertion, right will point to this node. That's it. If linked list is empty, this you have to do, else whatever pointer adjustment we have done, that 4 pointers we have to adjust for every case. That's simple. There is no requirement of while or traversing here in case of insertion. Why? Because predecessor node's address, if it is required, that is there in a node itself. So when you don't have any loop in that particular function, what does it mean? It will be done in constant amount of time. So insertion at the leftmost node, insertion in the middle, insertion as a rightmost node, insertion after the given node, insertion before the given node, any cases whatever we have, that all will be big of 1. That is advantage of doubly linked list, right? So this is all about insertion cases. Now I'll complete deletion also, so that in one video this whatever preliminary part that will be over. Suppose I am deleting, only pointer adjustment, will see what way pointers can be adjusted for deletion. Now this is given linked list. Now in deletion we have seen how many pointers are adjusted. 2 pointers we have to adjust. 2 pointers we have to adjust in case of deletion. Deletion of leftmost node. Deletion of this node we want to delete. If we want to delete this node, which pointers we have to adjust? See, if I delete this node will not have predecessor, so this field we have to set as null, and left has to be changed to this node. These 2 pointers, this field and this left you have to change. That's it. For rightmost node also same thing. If I want to delete this predecessor, this field will be made null. So how to access that is important. Now suppose I am showing you accessing only how to access this field. Now see, I want to change this first. How to access this field? For accessing this field I should have this node's address. Where is this node's address? This node's, see, I am deleting leftmost. Delete leftmost node. So in this case, this node, this field you are setting, this field, so I should have this node's address. This node's address is in this field. So what is this node's address? This field says left's successor is this field. So this node's address is this left successor. Its predecessor field we want to set this. So first pointer, that is this field, can be accessed by this way. Left successor and its predecessor field you are accessing. This pointer you have to adjust. Then which you have to change this left. So left will be changed. Now what it should contain? It should contain null value, because after deletion of leftmost there won't be any predecessor. Then this will be set as null. Only pointer adjustment I am showing. And then left should point to this node. Where is this node's address? In left successor. So left successor is given to left. That's it. These 2 pointers if you adjust. Now freeing this, all this we have seen in singly linked list. Store this address in some temp first, then move this left and free this T. That way we can do. Just pointer adjustment I am showing now. In similar way, suppose rightmost node you want to delete, again same thing. This pointer field should be accessed. How to access this pointer? From right. See, rightmost node you are deleting. So this field you have to set to null. How to access? You should have this node's address. So where is this node's address? In this field. What is this field? So right's predecessor field is this node's address. This node's address. Its successor field you are accessing. So if I am saying rightmost node deletion, so this field can be accessed by right's predecessor. This is this node's address, and its successor field you are accessing, and it is given as null. So this will be null. Then right will be changed. So right is changed after deletion of this node. This node will be rightmost node. So right is given. This should be moved to here. What is this node's address? Right predecessor. So right predecessor. That's it. So deletion of leftmost, deletion of rightmost, pointer adjustments we have seen. Now suppose linked list contains many nodes. It is point and we want to delete the given node X. Suppose given node X. Now this case, in singly linked list you cannot delete the given node. You have to find out predecessor node, then only you can do that. But in doubly linked list there is no need. It is also big of one operation. Constant amount of time is required. What pointers we have to adjust? See, if I want to delete this, what will be successor field? This field should point to that node, and that node's predecessor field should point to this node. Now the question is how to access. You have only X. Now how to access this field? So I should have this node's address. Where is this node's address? Is in X's predecessor. So this node's address is in X's predecessor. How to access this field then? This node's address and its successor field. X's predecessor and its successor. This field, where it should point? This field you have accessed. Where it should point to this node after deletion. Where is this node's address? In X's successor field. This node's address is in X's successor field. So X's successor is given to this. That's it. This pointer won't be there. It will now point to this node. After this statement, this will happen. Now I have to set this field. How to access this field now? I should have this node's address. What is this node's address? X's successor and its predecessor field. X's successor and its predecessor field you are accessing. This should point to this node. What is this node's address? In X's predecessor. This node's address is X's predecessor, we have seen. So X's predecessor is given to this. That's it. Now this pointer won't be there here. It will point now to this node. So two pointers, its successor will be this node, its predecessor will be this node. Now you can free this X directly. So this way pointers can be adjusted in case of deletion. Again I'll rewind this, what we have seen today. You should know why we are using singly linked list. Because array has limitations, so we may use singly linked list. Now in case of singly linked list there are some problems. So what problems? We have seen that. So we have doubly linked list for solving that particular problems. That is, in case of insertion deletion in singly linked list, predecessor node's address is required. But in case of doubly linked list, we will have that. So all operations, insertions as well as deletions in doubly linked list will be big of 1 only. All insertions and all deletion cases. In constant amount of time it will be done. But in case of singly linked list, which operations we have seen that has big of n? As big of n. If you want to insert before the given node, then that will be big of n. Because you should have, wherever you are inserting, its predecessor node's address is required. Right? So before the given node, it will be big of n. And then if you are inserting in singly linked list as a last node and you don't have last node's address, then that operation will be big of n operation. So these two operations, that will be big of n. Then in case of deletion, you delete except first node. If you are deleting any other node, it will be big of n operation. For first node only, there is no need of predecessor node's address. But for all other deletions, then it will be big of n operation. Right? So these things we will see how to write all these functions for doubly linked list, that I'll show you in next video. Thank you.